it's not out of the realm of possibility that a Camaro might come back again, but like if it keeps dying and coming back, like what killed off the Camaro this time? Because I said in a video on the Street Alpha podcast, so I mentioned on the Street Alpha podcast that the Cobra killed the Camaro. Oh, I didn't. Okay, well, when is Cobra going in development when it debuts in '03? Do you think in 2001, 2, and 3, there weren't Cobras and Cobra rumors going around? And all of a sudden when it debuted in '03, by the way, that means it came out in '02. When cars have a model year of '03, they come out the summer before. So in about July, you're going to start seeing, or August, you're going to start seeing 2025 Mustangs and F-150s on the road. So the Cobra comes out. People were rumoring that this Terminator, this code name. So for years, there was this development rumor percolating. Camaro fucking dies. Cobra comes out, rules the streets, and it becomes a Z06 contender. Gone was the competition Camaro. You just overlooked that and went right to Corvettes. That's Mr. Coletti's triumphant, he could hang his hat on that. And that started the high horsepower dual overhead cam game. Before that, there was no high horsepower dual overhead cam game. 96 to 98 Cobras had 305 horsepower. 99 Cobras had 260. There was even a lawsuit because they didn't make enough power. So imagine you had a 96 through 98 Cobra that made over 300 horsepower. Then you bought a 99 and it made less horsepower than a 96, 98. Then the Mach 1 came out in '03, I think, '03, '04. Then the Cobra comes out and it makes effectively over 400 horsepower. Dual overhead cam supercharged. And the Camaro is gone. And they are now competing up against Corvettes. Then, of course, C6s, GT500s, Billy Badass, big horsepower wars started after that. So that's why I, from my perspective as a Ford guy, thinks that the Cobra, in actuality, killed the Camaro. And people are like, no, it didn't, no, it didn't, no, it didn't, because the Camaro stopped in '02. Right. When the Cobra came out in '02, just because it's an '03 model year doesn't mean it wasn't in the street in '02. God damn it. EPA and GM cucks killed it. Could have picked up the C7 where the C7 left off. Not like GM doesn't have spies checking out the competition and development. Right. Imagine you, okay, what do they call it? Industrial espionage. Industrial espionage is an interesting thing. I think the views are low because I added late model performance. It was interesting how the algorithm works. It's like at late model performance and it like does this weird algorithm thing. Anyway, industrial espionage is a thing. There are Chinese companies right now probably looking at what Google is doing. They probably have employees at Google, employees at Apple, employees at SpaceX. Guys, have you seen the latest renderings for the new Chinese rocket? It's literally a copy of Super Heavy. So let's say you're a Chevy executive somewhere, and he's like, "Hey, I need y'all to get a job at the Bosch computer plant or the whoever Continental or whoever makes these computers." And let's just say a computer falls off of a truck. These guys get it, decompile it, and they're like, what's the air load? Like, wait a minute. This thing is scaled all the way up to blah, blah, blah boost. 1.6 air load. What are they coming out that makes 160% volumetric efficiency? Something boosted? Then they look at the firing order. Then they go, wait a minute, the displacement? What the fuck is this thing? They probably got their hands on the tuning before the car came out. And then they're like, what do we have in the pipeline? I don't know. Can we just stuff a truck 454 in it? No, that's fucking stupid. Can we just, I don't know. No, that meets emissions and it's on the shelf. I don't know. Our sales are shit. Let's just kill it, because if Ford is coming out with something that looks like this tune looks pretty fucking serious, We ain't got shit for it. Then you got other spies. They're like, hey, what transmission do they put? They're putting a T56 behind it. Wait, what? They're putting a T56 behind a 32 valve motor with an Eaton supercharger. They got a spy at Eaton. Yeah, it's a little 1.5 something, but man, they're claiming 390 crank, but we really think it's like 430. Okay, and then they got a spy at Manly. Hey, did y'all make any rods for Ford? Actually, yes. There's a 6-bolt iron block, Manly rods, Molly pistons, and Eaton Supercharged, got the tuning, and a T56. This bitch is gonna be fucking serious. If I can make those connections and I'm a dumbass, you don't think Chevy had connections when they saw what Ford was building and said, I don't think we got anything to compete with this thing 2 years before it came out when it was being test muled and they said, we got to kill the Camaro. See, a lot of people that listen to the Street Alpha podcast and a lot of smooth brains and a lot of normies don't understand that because I say the 03 Cobra killed the Camaro, that in 03 it killed the Camaro. No, dickhead. Industrial espionage is a thing. When Ford stuffed Manly rods in a T56 in it, game over. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Yeah, you're not wrong. The Catfish Camaro was a better competitor versus the Cobra than the whatever the fuck they call the Transformer Bumblebee piece of shit. So exactly, Nick says the vendor reps like to talk. All you got to do is get. How do you think tuning works? I'm not going to give up too much. But how do you think tuning works? You think HP tuners, SCT, which I don't even know if they're fucking relevant anymore. Like they just like literally, like you don't hear about them. Wonder why. Wonder why. Interesting. It's a very interesting question I should pose, but I'll just shut the fuck up. So, all of a sudden, this tuning is figured out. How did it happen? Let's say the guy likes pussy, right? Hey, Steve. Yeah, you work at the blah, blah, blah. Yep. I hear you like pussy. You like Asian pussy. I do like Asian pussy. It's very nice. It's sideways. Oh, well, you know what? Well, I got some sideways pussy waiting for you in room 302. Here you go. And after you leave, I expect a little USB stick to be hanging out here. Bet. Slams that sideways toto. People got tuning. Shit falls off of. So you don't think Chevy heard that Tremec, Manly, and Eaton were involved in a project for Ford? Do you think they were building trucks with a T56? Wait, 6-bolt main? Yeah. Manly rods? Yeah. T56? Yeah. Eaton? Yeah. What the fuck are they building over there? I don't know, but we ain't got shit but a 4,000-pound bumblebee looking piece of shit.